The Orchestra Lite from Kiwi ears, but is it a lightweight in delivering sound? Well... Hello and thank you for clicking on this video. I'll be sharing another Kiwi ears experience. This time it is the ever so popular Kiwi ears Orchestra Lite. I've been having good experiences with Kiwi ears so far, so I'm excited to test out one of their popular entries in their lineup. But before I begin, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Linso once again for providing this in exchange for my honest feedback. As always, all thoughts and opinions are my own, but I appreciate the support. And if you've been enjoying my content, do consider hitting the like and subscribe button. That'll help the channel a lot and I appreciate it. Now that's all out of the way, let's talk accessories. And if you've watched my quartet or quintet unboxing experience from Kiwi ears, this is pretty much the same as those. Opening up the box, you'll be greeted by the IEMs themselves. Open that layer to reveal the carrying case inside, which is exactly the same as the quartet or quintet, which is saying something about those IEMs because they're about $100 cheaper. And it comes with interchangeable ear tips and the cable itself, which looks the part with the white color scheme, though it looks like a budget cable with that color, but on the contrary, it actually feels pretty nice. There's some sturdiness to it and it's not as prone to being tangled. The design of the IEMs themselves are really nice if you like see-through shell designs. You can see all the balanced armature drivers in there. There's just no hiding what's inside this IEM. I think the faceplate looks simple, but it still catches your attention. But the see-through resin shell is the showstopper here. The faceplate comes in green and blue, but now it's available in clear, purple and orange as well. I personally prefer the blue or the clear, but can't complain with the green. The size of this IEM also makes for an easy fit with the right grooves and contours. I can wear this IEM for hours no problem. It's as the name suggests, light. But does it sound light? Let's talk about it. The bass has some punch and slam to it, but it still suffers a little from having that BA bass characteristic where you're hearing the impact but you're not necessarily feeling it. It's threading a fine line between having just enough impact to accompany your music, but it still has some cleanliness to the bass notes. It's still a bit on the leaner side for me personally, and I can imagine bass hits wanting a bit more from the bass presentation. Unfortunately, it doesn't reach deep into the sub bass, therefore it's missing the illusion of texture, but as always with a presentation like this, it clears the way for the other frequencies to come through. For mid-range, it's clean and it's clear. It's missing a bit of that warmth from the lower frequencies, but if you like your mid-range lean, then the Orchestra Lite presents that. The Orchestra Lite has the kind of presentation where the background music doesn't overwhelm the vocals. The vocals takes the spotlight, but the background music still makes itself heard within the track. The overall presentation is a bit on the forward side, so it's a little bit closer to your ears. For treble, I categorize it as smooth, but would still put a very mild caution for treble sensitive people because there's not a lot of bass to mask it and the presentation is forward, so it might poke you a little if you're very sensitive to those regions. Trumpets have that openness to its sound, but it sounds a little further away and its attack is a little smoothed out, which would suggest that the treble extension might have been rolled off a bit, and that has its drawbacks. For technicalities, left and right imaging is fine, but it's not the best I've heard at this price point. As mentioned earlier as well, the overall sound presentation is a little closed in and the 8BA is doing what it can to separate the sound within the sound stage. While the macro details are audible, the micro details seem to be missing that presence. The forward presentation does help in bringing some of the micro details out a little bit, but on very busy tracks, it can still get lost. For power on my Hi-Fi-Man EF400, on the 3.5mm termination, I'm getting to about 9 o'clock on the dial, which is pretty standard. So to sum it all up, the Kiwi ears Orchestra Lite is staying true to its name to a certain extent. It's lightweight. It's a very balanced, safe type of sound. There's just enough of everything, but at the same time, not enough of anything if you're looking for that special something. If you're looking for a balanced, relaxed type of presentation, then the Kiwi ears Orchestra Lite is another IEM that presents that to you, but there's another IEM I already own that have a somewhat similar presentation, which is the Audio Hekili, and I find myself reaching for that IEM a lot more than I do the Orchestra Lite. So take that for what you will. However, as always, these are based on one man's experience and I'm curious to know yours. Is the Kiwi ears Orchestra Lite your benchmark IEM, or which is your favorite all BA IEM in your collection? Comment below, let me know, and once again, thank you to Linso for this opportunity and to all of you for watching. Until the next experience, take care and happy listening.